worth some money in 20 years.
Okay, this is another Loose Tongues podcast I'm doing, which I love doing every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Every once in a while, you meet someone really interesting and it's worth having the chat.
I love the way you're documenting it. That is just really genius. And it's cool.
Well, I just enjoy doing it. Yeah. And if you meet someone who's inspired you, it's worth documenting.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to see.
Yeah. Anyway, we're both travellers. We both travelled. Sorry, I better introduce. This is Will Layfield. My friend Simon introduced me to Will about 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
But this is the first time we met. As you know, I've been to California a couple of times, but timing never worked out.
We came close a few times, but we've never crossed paths. Yeah. So it's a thrill to finally, put a face to the name, and it's really awesome. So thank you. I appreciate this.
It's great, isn't it? So we're in Carmarthen tonight. It's a very rainy night in Carmarthen, late September, so it's given us a chance to have a bit of a chat, isn't it?
Yeah.
So a couple of things that I'd like to ask you, if this is okay.
Yes, sir. Please.
You've done a lot of travelling, and I believe you did Route 66 back.
Yeah. I was 11 or 12 years old. It was 1966. I had one brother, 2 sisters, my mom and dad. My dad went out and bought a new 1966 Volkswagen van, and we were living in San Diego at the time. And one day he just put us all in the van, and he drove Route 66 all the way to Washington, D.C. Well, that's where we wound up, but he drove the whole route. And I still have quite a few memories of it. It was really strange being cramped in that little can for weeks at a time. And it was brutal at first, but I remember we broke down about 2/3 of the way there. The car broke down, and we wound up going to Salvation Army and staying the night. And that was really an experience. But, we finally made our destination, and we were all dreading coming back. But coming back seemed to be a lot quicker.
Always does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Always does.
It did. I still remember that to this day. But that was really a cool trip. That was like pretty much my first one.
Yeah. And the great thing is you'd have seen, when I was there a few years back, and obviously I've done part of the California run earlier this year, all the place of interest, the chain of rocks and things like that, bridge. You'd have driven across the chain of rocks back in the day.
Obviously 1966.
We were able to walk across it, but obviously it's closed to traffic now.
See, I've always wanted to go back and do it again, but I'm afraid I'd get really depressed because I have enough memories that it would not even be close to the same. They say you can never go home, and I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah, no,
it's the same thing with traveling.
Yeah. So. No, I can see that. But I am genuinely looking forward to doing Route 66 next year on the centenary, and hopefully then. Yeah. Do you know what would be really good if we could meet up?
Oh, that'd be fun.
And we could do another podcast, wouldn't it?
That'd be fun.
But anyway, the reason you and I got friendly because you're a photographer now.
Yes.
So tell me a bit more about that. How you got into it?
I've got a picture on my phone where I was about 10, 11 months old, or maybe a year old, and I'm holding a Primaflex camera, and my dad's standing right next to me. He's got a pipe out of his mouth, and it was 70 years ago he took this picture. I still have it to this day. So from that point on, he always had me in a dark room from a young age, and I didn't start taking it serious until I was 15, 16 years old, because then it started making sense to me. And ever since then, I went to school for a year. I studied in a private school at the Gwen Fishback School of Photography in Sacramento. I studied for a year commercial illustration. I didn't like it. I didn't want to make money at it. I just wanted to photograph what I wanted to photograph. So from that point on, I've just been, wherever I go, I take my Leica with me, and I've just been shooting primarily black and white. But I've been doing it for so long, it's just what I do. It's nothing special. It's not that great. It's just become such a part of my life. It's just normal to take pictures. And then when digital came out, it really destroyed a lot of film photography. So I use my digital phone now to take. I take notes with it. Visual notes, and then I'll go back because film's gotten horribly expensive. So I go back later if I really like the image, and I'll shoot it in film. But the last 2 or 3 years, I've been getting into exotic film and printing processes. The alternative process is what they're called, and I've been making a lot of platinum prints, Van Dyke brown prints, and the platinum prints are just wonderful because a normal photograph is embedded with silver. Well, platinum has platinum and palladium, and an average photograph will last 100 to 200 years. Platinums, the Smithsonian says they last at least 1,000 years. So the nice thing is they're going to outlive any digital. They're going to outlive some of the early stuff. Plus the early daguerreotypes will last forever and ever and ever. And they don't know how long digital is going to be around. So if you have family photos, if a lot of people aren't having family photos anymore, family photo albums are non-existent. Prints on the walls are usually digital. They don't know how long they're going to last. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. The town I lived in for 10 years, I was the photography archivist for the museum. And right before I joined them, they put in a $2 million museum. So I got free reign of this beautiful, I had climate controlled rooms. It was really cool to work there. But it was fun training them how to take care of their photographs because they really had no idea how to archivically preserve some of these precious images. So that was really fun to do. I did that for quite a while. And at the same time I was working at the museum, I was actually restoring an 1860 cemetery. It was a pioneer cemetery. It's right along the Russian River in Northern California. And when I moved into town, there was over 1,000 headstones, and most of them were down. They were smashed. So nobody else was doing anything, and so I went out and I got some archival epoxy. It's the same stuff they use on the Egyptian artifacts, so it's very expensive. But I just started gluing up the headstones. And then after about a year, I was walking up there one day, and it's like, oh, it's headstones everywhere. Because when you first walked up there, they were all flat. So, and then the town found out what I was doing, and then they just started supporting me with money and stuff. And then we had some major damage one year, and the town got together, and we had to come up with like $70,000 to repair one of the retaining walls. So me and my friend Al Delsid, we charged tickets, but we actually gave a lecture on what we were doing at the cemetery. And I'd always been afraid to public speak my entire life, but after I went through the caregiving thing I was telling you about, nothing scared me anymore. You can't frighten me. So I definitely get up in front and talk, in front of 100 people, 200 people. But that was really a fun experience. But I get sidetracked sometimes, whether it's with antiques or my books. But the main theme I always maintain is my photography. And traveling has become good therapy for me. It's helped me through some rough times. It's the only way I can have fun safely anymore without hurting myself. The drugs and the alcohol and all that crap. It was fun for a while, but traveling and the photography seems to be my mainstay. And it keeps me healthy at this age. So it's just been great.
It is. The only thing I would disagree with what you just stated is you stated, I'm not a great photographer. I think you're an excellent photographer. I love your look, mate.
I appreciate that. And a lot of people tell me that, but it's just, I think my standards are too high for what I like in other. I look at serious photographers so much that I'm past the point of trying to mimic that. It's, like a famous photographer once said, you should learn your craft. Spend a couple of years, learn the craft, the printing, the exposures, and then forget it. Just completely forget it. Don't think about it ever again. Just take pictures. And then you'll naturally evolve into a really good eye. And I think I'm still at that point now. So, I love some of the work I do, but, I just like looking at other people's work too.
Yes, and I agree. But every day's a school day. You learn something every day, isn't it?
That's the beauty of it, especially with digital changing and learning new exotic processes that are 200 years old. And that's another reason I love being over here in the UK, because this is basically where photography started. And I've been going to some of the museums here and I've been actually seeing some original Juliet Margaret Camerons and some Henry Fox Talbots, and these are the very, very first people started. And to actually see them is just such a thrill. That's not, in California, you can't really do that too easy.
It is great listening to you to talk about it, and you're so passionate and enthusiastic about it. That's great.
At the museum, they used to laugh at me because I would get so excited over something. I'd be like a little kid in a candy shop. I'd be giggling and just excited and animated, and they'd laugh at me. And I was like, I guess I probably do look a little silly, but I don't care.
Doesn't matter. If you're enjoying it, everything. And we were talking earlier as well. We've been for a great curry tonight. We were talking earlier about the healing power of music. And I think we've got we got a great connection there
Yeah.
because we were.
We have a
talking-
lot of things in common
Yeah.
because we've both been through some hard things, and we've both come out using music as a form of grief relief.
Yes.
It can help you get through things that just about anything else can't.
Yeah.
So, and it's a great way to learn how to listen to music. It really is.
It is, and long may it continue. Long may the creative arts continue in a world which continuously amazes me how crazy it's getting.
Yeah.
We've got to look at the basics.
We're living in dangerous times, and I think art, music, photography, any of the arts is a healing nature to it. So I think it's critical that people maintain that. And I think they always will. During the times of Auschwitz, during horrible times in Europe, people still maintained art.
I agree.
And whether it's painting, photography, and it's
Music, Auschwitz and orchestra.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
which it is fantastic. I spent time touring Germany and Holland on a motorcycle, you know, and when you go to Amsterdam and Venray was my Craig, my best friend we talked about earlier, lives there, and when you know what I mean, and the old town is new because it was wrecked.
It was gone. It was decimated.
You know?
Yeah.
And it is. I think it's a sobering experience going to these things. I've done the battlefields of Normandy, been to the Normandy beaches, and it's a sobering experience.
Yeah.
But unless we know about them, we can't. The same mistakes which led to the Civil War will happen again.
Sure. That's what I think we're in danger of happening right now.
I agree with you.
You know, and it's just not in my country; it's in all of our countries. So it's bringing the world closer together, but it's trying to tear it apart at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
but let's hope, isn't it? I mean, let's hope art and the creative side of life will get us through it and to a better place.
I think that's happening. We just don't realize it yet because we're still arguing with certain things. But I agree, and it's wonderful to connect with other people that have the same feeling about it.
Definitely.
So it's pretty awesome.
Really enjoyed talking to you tonight.
Yeah, Ian, thank you. Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you in California next year.
Yeah. Well, if you don't go out of your way, I'll go out of my way.
Definitely. Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.